Alright, what is up guys? Loser Manic here, and welcome back to AFK Arena. Now, I'm having a problem which I kind of need you guys' help on. Let me explain the situation. As you can see from last episode, things have changed, or quote-unquote episodes. I don't want to call this episodes, but for purposes, I'll say episodes because I don't go and post this every day. So, if you guys recall from the last video, I talked about the last AFK Arena video. I talked about the fact that Mario was close to 140. Thank you. And she did get up to 140. The problem I'm having is as you can see at the bottom, right around here, she is level 120, and in blue. So as you can see, she is also a legendary plus, which means she is at her peak maximum rank. The problem I'm having is this. So I don't say I watch a lot, but I do every now and then frequent AFK Arena videos. And what I like to do to kind of search for my heroes, figure out which one I want and which ones I don't want, is I go under the portraits of heroes. Now the one I'm working towards getting is Tassie, or Tassie, whatever it is. I call it Tassie because it's always like these weird names, so I figured someone like her would have like a weird pronunciation. Now, I'm gonna use her to replace Nomura, which isn't bad. But if you look down here at the bottom, she's level 120. So can Tassie. Her health is 8,000. Well, not to be exact, it's 815,000. Her damage is 48,000, and her damage resistance, I think, is like 9,000. Now, Tassie's damage resistance is almost close to double that. And as you see, it is 13,000. I think the only thing that Nomura beats Tassie over is health, which means she does more damage. Now, I do believe that I do need a health person in some way. The problem I'm having is not lying within Tassie and Nomura, but that's kind of how I figure out. So I go to Arena Trials. And I look through this. As you can see, she's a backline hero, which means that's where you should put her. So I go here, I put her in the back, and I just go through. And I do these, and I try and see if she's useful. Now I didn't do the whole thing because that is loud. Give me a moment. So I go through, and I see if they are useful. So let me go through all this again. And yeah, and you can see she's pretty useful. Because she's not the first to die. Let me tell you, there have been times she's been the first to die. And she's useful in the sense that she kind of works like Nomura. She doesn't exactly regenerate health, but from what I've seen, that is something she can do. Or at least make them better. So I think she kind of works like Rosalind in a sense. I'll have to go through. Damage. So yeah, Tassie summons a magical fairy which lasts for 10 seconds and periodically attacks enemies or heals teammates. The fairy deals 55% damage to enemies and heals teammates for 55%. Obviously, at level 4, damage and healing values are raised up to 65%. So it's not as much as Nomura, Because if you were to go here, Nomura calls upon the forces of nature to heal all of her teammates' health by 30% of her own max health, and then obviously increases the defense of rating allies by 50%. But she's very for regen. I think she's the only person I think either Nomura or Numisu is the only one that regenerates health for others. Okay, never mind. Lucius is the only one. And I think Silas is something different. Yeah, Silas is a buffer. But that's not the problem I'm having. So let's go to the battles, and don't mind the fact that I'm not going to be talking about the fact that I keep dying at this part. I know why. But the problem I'm having is as you guys can see, this is not my current lineup. My current lineup would be, let's see, this. Now, this isn't a set. This isn't my final thing. And the reason is because I've been worried about getting Shamira in here. Now, I do have Shamira. I love Shamira. Alright? The problem is she's a Graveborn. And she's one of the few useful Graveborns that I have. Now, as you guys may see up here, you have this like hero stat increase. Now what this does is I have no idea what else to call it. So I call it hero stats. Or allied stats, whatever. Now what this does is this increases the health and attack of your allies in the battle. So for example, if you have 3 heroes at the same time or of the same faction are used together, so like for example, if I do Gwyneth, Eldris, and I don't know, Miriel, I get the effect. They each get plus 10 to their attack, or plus 10% to their attack, and plus 10% HP. Alright, so now I have these 3, so if I do Saurus and Nomura, and Nomura, okay. Now, as you guys can see, each of the allies get a 15% attack increase and a 15% HP increase. Alright? So it's actually pretty useful. If I add Lucius, now each ally gets a plus 15% attack increase and a plus 20% HP increase. Now, this is actually pretty good for me in the sense, or something like this is actually pretty good for me because of the fact that this helps. Now, the problem I'm having is I love Shamira. She is amazing, and I'm going to show you guys why. Now, personally, we all have our taste. Some of you guys may like Shamira, some of you guys may not. I love Shamira. Alright? And the reason that is just check this out. If you guys have never tried Shamira, wait until her thing is used. I forgot. Her ultimate ability is used. Look at this. It damages. It does AoE damage, and she heals herself. Now, the problem is, she doesn't heal the teammates, which is fine. Because I could use someone like Tassie, or I could keep Nomura. So, I guess the problem I'm having is I want to use Shamira. Now, as you guys saw at the beginning, I'd had I had something like this. Now, what I could do is simply have something like this and then have Shamira in the middle. So I still get the benefits of the 4 heroes and then get the plus 15% attack and then the plus 20% HP boost. But I feel like just having another light bearer here may not be a good idea. And as you guys can see, I have I think I have the most light bearers. I think. No, I have the most wilders, even though some of these aren't. Even though some of these are just all with normal draws. Now, the problem is, and I keep saying that a lot because I don't know what else to say. I could use Graveborns, but the thing is there's only one support Graveborn, and it is Silas here. And yes, I'm being dead serious. Look, if some of you guys may not have noticed this, so as you guys can see, this is the support. All right, support classes are people like Namor, Tassie, I think Pippa. I don't know if Lucius counts. Rowan counts. All of that. Um, Now all of these Graveborns, all they do is damage. They don't support each other. There's no support. Obviously, as you can see, Grezel is a tank. Shamira is a mage who does AOE damage. Thorin's the same thing. Or is the same as Grezel. Isabella is a mage that does continuous damage. Nara is a warrior that's an assassin. Farrell is a ranger that does continuous damage. Baden is a warrior that does continuous damage. Kelther is a ranger that's an assassin, and Silas does support and a buffer. Odin is a mage that does AOE damage. Isolde is a warrior that's a tank. Thorn is a tank that's a tank. Diamond's the same thing. Theowin is a ranger that does continuous. And sorry, let me finish. Let me fix that sentence. And Theowin is a ranger that does continuous damage. Alright. So the problem I'm having is I'm not sure what I want because let's start here. Alright, so let's say I ended up getting let's go off of these. Let's go back to my 4. Even though I'm not using Muriel anymore. Alright. So if I use Shamira. Now I do plan on using Saurus because he's a quick motherfucker. I don't know if you guys have seen him. He is a quick motherfucker. I'll show you guys how quick he is for some of you guys who haven't paid attention. So let's say I decide somehow, somewhere in this goddamn universe, I decided to keep Estriel or Estrilda because I'm terrible at names. And I use I forgot her name. I use her as in place of another Graveborn. Now I do end up getting the 15% and 50% bonus. Now I'm not trying to go for the 5, just because or I feel like this can answer the question: should I go for the 5? Here's why I don't think I should. And some of you guys may disagree with me, some of you guys may agree with me, but the reason because, look, I have, aside from the repeats, I have a lot of light bearers. And I do, because the wilders are all repeats. It's always Ira, and it's always the 3 main legendary pluses. Now, legendary pluses aren't bad. For the longest time, I have had Muriel. I can fully tell you guys, Muriel is goddamn amazing. The problem is something like this only lasts for so long. Because some of you guys may not know this, her highest level she can go up to... Sorry, let me go to portraits. Her highest level is 160. So that means basically enemies 161 and over are going to be tough for her. And then once we get to the level 200s, it becomes almost impossible. Even with the right gear, even with the right stuff. Plus, no signature items, nothing. She's the second level of the barrel, aside from these commons, whose level is 100. But we don't talk about those because those suck. And look, I'm not saying I don't want the legendary pluses. I'm fine with having them. the problem is they're useful to an extent. Now everyone uses these ascended heroes, which does take work. I'll admit that. Muriel was not as much of a work as these ascended heroes would be. She was goddamn easy, because she's one of the few commons, without being so goddamn common. Which I do have somewhat of a rant coming in a few minutes because I now want to talk about it. So, and look, even okay, well, Pippa's not really. I thought she was. Oh, it's because she can use Nomura, Arden's, or Tassie's ultimate ability. So never mind. Nomura isn't a support as I thought she was. And look, even freaking Homogeans have some. I mean, look, you have someone like Azus where he's a support, but he's a debuffer, which means he works, which means instead of working for the ally, he, t- instead of in a way that he benefits the ally, he sort of benefits the ally in a different sense, not like Nomura. So yeah, even Homogeans have some. Now the problem with that is Homogeans getting extra Homogeans, and they even okay. Oh, I didn't realize Mortis was a regen person. So yeah, even Homogeans have some. Now, or is it Hypogeans or Homogeans? What the fuck? She's a Hypogean. Okay, well, hold on. What? She could go up. Oh, that's mine. Yeah, she's okay. So she's a Hypogean. Okay, I thought it was Homogean. I was like, she's a milk. I'm not sure what those are. It doesn't matter. Well, I'm not. I don't remember what homogeneous was. But I even think Celestials. Yeah, Celestials. Talene is a support. Well, she's not one. Is okay, and then the Celestial twins. They even have some. And again, even Auna has one, or is one of a sort. She's a debuffer as opposed to a support. Which, by the way, I think Alna is worth it, but that's a different video for someone else to make because I know nothing of this game. It's obvious by the fact I'm asking for help. So I'm just telling me how long I've been recording. Okay. So the thing is, I feel like after a while, someone like Estroda will get pretty old, pretty quick because I'm not gonna lie. I am not a fan of her. I know I said before she was pretty good, but then after a while she just doesn't become pretty good. I do call me stupid, call me crazy, call me whatever. But I like the support heroes like Rowan because they're easy. um but even though Gwen is just like by far my favorite hero of them all. But still, that's a different thing, different for a different day. Um so yeah, I'm lost. So here's so the one I've been using so far that hasn't been working was, and then I'll put Miriam here, was this sort of setup. I put Lucretia and Estroda in the back, Gwyneth and Namor, or in the front, Gwyneth and Namor in the back, and then obviously I'll switch from Muriel to him to Shamora and whatnot. Now, the thing is something like this is gonna get old pretty quick. Um, Now, there are faction differences. Obviously, as you can see, it is all Maulers, which means, in a sense, if I want to be able to take him down, I would need 5 whole light bearers, and I'm already off to 2, so I just need 3 more. Which I think I have. Yeah. But something like this doesn't seem practical. Obviously, have it set up here, but then with Rain's ultimate ability, they deal more damage. Which Rain is a pretty useless character if you think about it, because they do more damage at the the enemies do more damage at a small benefit that your character does. So they're taking more damage for a benefit that won't be there. It just seems, or maybe I haven't looked into it, but I find the whole like increased damage taken is a bit dumb. So my thought is, here's what I'm thinking. I already have an AoE character, Gwyneth. Gwyneth does AoE damage. If it's not obvious by the fact that if I go to Arena of Trials, you will see, which I'm like I say all the time, I love Gwyneth, but as you can see right here, takes up like the enemy's half. So I do have an AoE character. It isn't as much as Muriel. I will say that much, but it's still pretty good. So I don't need an AoE character there. So my thought is, now I have also worked with Lucius, or Lucius, however you want to say. I know that name from Fallout New Vegas, so, and I know it as Lucius, or Luce. How is it Lucius? So I'm gonna call him Lucius. Lucius is actually pretty good, because he's a tank who's also a regen. Now, I did say I don't like tanks, but in this case, he's pretty good. He also has, and what I do like about Ascended Heroes is that they have signature items and furniture. Although I don't know what. Yeah, I'm not sure how this affects them, but whatever. I'll have to look into that more. But yeah, signature items are I feel like it's what makes them good. Now, I do understand that in a sense I am talking about the campaign, but I do feel like once I get my campaign format started, then I can go to overall King's Towers, Arena of Heroes, and maybe the Voyage of Wonders. But at the moment, I don't have anything. So I want you guys to help me out here. So what I want is something. Now that I think about it, I may want the benefits of 2. So something along the lines of this. Because as you can see at the top left right here, I am getting the benefits needed. If this doesn't work, then let me know, because I don't want to look like an idiot, you know. Because I want to do that on my own. So, and I also know that and I am trying to replace Lucretia or Lucretia. There's like 2 separate names I've heard for her, so I call her Lucretia because. What do I did instinctively go to Lucretia, so. But the thing is with Lucretia, she's a Hypogean, and just like Hypogeans and Celestials, they don't show up as often as Maulers or Wilders, because those are the 4 main comments. In fact, that is why, if you go to your wish list, you have those 4. So I do want to, now that I think about it, I think it'd be best to reap the benefits of the 3 heroes and 2 heroes, the 3 different, or 3 heroes of one faction and 2 of the other, of another. Now that I think about it, I think it'd be best to have light bearers and wilders, because light bearers do more damage to wilders, or do more damage to maulers. That does more damage to wilders, but wilders do more damage to graveborns, who happen to do more damage to light bearers. So something like that is actually pretty useful. But at the same time, I want to keep my Chimera because I have been wanting to get her, and now I don't. And now I get her, and I don't use her. Now, don't let this fool you. This isn't my final thing. Or I could go the opposite way and basically have maulers and graveborns, but I'm not a big fan of maulers because, again, I like regens. Wilders has so many. Or support classes, maulers have one, and like wilders have like 3 or 4. So yeah. So this is just a thought. I want your guys' help. What direction should I take my group? Do I have the right idea with wanting Tassie at least? Because if you check out my wish list here, as we'll see. Now, I do understand that wish lists don't increase the odds of getting elite heroes. But what they do is increase the chance of the chance that you do get an elite. These people of your wish list count. You have a bigger chance. So like in here, I have a bigger chance for my wildest. I have a bigger chance of getting Tassie over Ira, or Tassie over. I'm not sure. But here, let me fix it. So now I have a higher chance of getting Tassie over Nomura, which I won't do because I kind of like Nomura, but I don't know. So I don't know if wish lists count for anything, but if you guys want to know, here's my wish list for even maulers, because I think Brutus is by far amazing. Is there someone you think I should aim towards? Who is someone you think I should aim towards? And do you guys agree with the fact that something like, I guess I should probably put a wild in for the time being. Now that I think about it, I could have a light bearer support in the back, because I already have a wilder support. Why not have a light bearer support? Just like on how I have 2, or 1 of each in the front, and then I just have something in the back. You know? And either way, even if I do decide to have a light bearer or a wilder, I do reap some benefits. So whether I have 3 wilders and 2 light bearers, or 3 light bearers and 2 wilders, I still reap the benefits of before. So yeah, let me know in the comment section down below, what guys do you think direction I should go in? Personally, I'm sort of liking this setup. And also, if I can't go for these sort of, hold on. Arcadios is a common. Yeah, Arcadios is a common. How does he at level 131? Can you? Whatever. So, let me know what direction should I go in. Who should I try and aim for? Because I'm at a loss. Because I can't go into battle with these 3. I mean, I could, but it doesn't work out. And that's the reason why I don't like Estroda, because she dies so goddamn quick. I don't like people that die so quick. Which I'm not sure if I say that and I work towards Tassie, so I'm not sure if 648 48 648 40,000 11, 685, 50. Yeah, so Tassie is better than Estrelda. So I might have to. I think if I get Tassie, I should be fine. I might have to work towards. Um, I might have to work towards Saurus and Lucius, however. So let me. Yeah. Something like this would be useful. Obviously, I'm not using Arden because even though I heard he's good, I want Ascended Heroes because those are better than Legendary Plus. Even though Legendary Plus have been treated me right, I don't care. my my ways. Also, did I make a mistake of reverting Miria back to level 1? I did revert her back to level 1. I know it was a terrible mistake. Or was it? Let me know in the comment section down below. So yeah, that is all I have for AFK Arena. I did say there was a rant, but I'm not gonna go through with it because of the fact that I feel like the rant should have been surprising, and this was not surprising. So yeah, let me know in the comment section down below who should I aim towards, or what sort of setup should I have that make this or to make this useful. I have thought about doing like one of each faction, so like a Wilder, a Light Bearer, a Graveborn, and a Mauler, and then maybe a Celestial. So this would actually be pretty good. Something like this would be pretty good because you reap the benefits of one person doing more, especially for like Lucretia, where they have a defensive plus. All of these have a defensive plus 30. Which this isn't work. Yeah, this won't work out well. But I think that something like that would be a bit much. So yeah, let me know in the comment section down below. Is there a certain setup you guys usually go for that you guys recommend? Who should I have? And is picking Tassie a good idea? Because I've been desperately wanting Tassie for quite a long time. And if she's not useful, who should I get instead? Keep in mind it has to be within the 4 because there's no goddamn way I can get a Hypogen, a Celestial, or whatever these things are, which I think is. What are they? Dimensional. Yeah, there's no way in hell I could get a dimensional hero that easily. So yeah. And then maybe if there's some good ones, I could add them to the wish list just so that way I can get them quicker. So yeah, let me know in the comments down below. Who do you recommend? What setup do you think I should have? Leave a like down below if you guys did enjoy this video. I don't know why. This is me crying out for help. And subscribe if you are new and hit that bell notification because I do not have a schedule. And Loser Maniac out.